Oh, that the salvation of Israel were come out of Zion. When the Lord bringeth back the captivity of his people, Jacob shall rejoice, and Israel shall be glad. Psalm 14:7. This verse expresses a deep longing for divine deliverance. The exclamation, "Oh that," reveals passionate desire. David doesn't make a casual request, but pours out his soul. His words carry the weight of national suffering and personal anguish. The salvation of Israel refers to complete deliverance for God's people. This salvation includes physical rescue from enemies and spiritual restoration to divine favor. The term encompasses both immediate relief and ultimate redemption. The phrase, "were come out of Zion," identifies the source of this salvation. Zion represents God's dwelling place among his people. From this holy mountain, the Lord extends his power to deliver and restore. Divine salvation originates from divine presence. Zion holds special significance in biblical theology. Psalm 132, 13-14 declares, "For the Lord hath chosen Zion, he hath desired it for his habitation. This is my rest forever. Here will I dwell, for I have desired it." God establishes his earthly throne in Zion. The phrase, "when the Lord bringeth back the captivity of his people," describes divine restoration. Captivity represents more than physical bondage. It includes spiritual oppression, moral decline, and separation from God's blessing. The Lord alone can reverse these conditions. "Bringeth back" suggests active divine intervention. God doesn't wait for circumstances to improve. He moves to restore his people to their proper condition. This restoration requires supernatural power and divine initiative. The captivity mentioned here applies to various situations throughout Israel's history. Physical exile to foreign nations represents one form of captivity. Spiritual bondage to sin and rebellion creates another type of imprisonment. Economic oppression and political subjugation also qualify. His people emphasizes the covenant relationship between God and Israel. The Lord doesn't rescue strangers, but reclaims his own. This relationship guarantees eventual deliverance, regardless of present circumstances. Divine love ensures divine action. Jacob recalls the patriarch's struggles and eventual blessing. This name represents human weakness, transformed by divine grace. Israel means prince with God, and speaks of spiritual victory and divine favor. Both aspects of the nation take part in restoration joy. Shall rejoice and shall be glad express different dimensions of celebration. Rejoicing suggests active, demonstrative praise. Gladness shows deep, abiding satisfaction. The combination describes complete emotional and spiritual fulfillment. The coming of Christ provides ultimate fulfillment. Luke 2:10-11 announces, "Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord." Salvation comes from Zion through the Messiah. Paul connects this verse to gospel proclamation. Romans 11:26 declares, "And so all Israel shall be saved. As it is written, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob." Christ fulfills David's longing for salvation from Zion. Contemporary believers experience this same longing for divine intervention. Churches pray for spiritual awakening in their communities. They watch moral decline and cry out for God's restoration power. Individual Christians facing personal struggles identify with this verse. They experience various forms of captivity and need divine intervention. Financial bondage, relational conflicts, and spiritual dryness all require God's restoring power. Human solutions prove inadequate for these deep problems. Political reforms cannot change human nature. Educational programs cannot overcome spiritual blindness. Economic development cannot satisfy spiritual hunger. Only divine salvation can do this.